Hey guys, so time to give you an update after the English League. Um, it wasn't that easy. I expected it to be less of a challenge. I expected to win more games. I expected to be unbeaten even more. Pick up a minimum of defeats, but like you saw, if you're following the channel, it was pretty much pretty difficult in some cases where we picked up a couple of draws and we should have picked up a couple of wins there. But all in all, I'm really happy, really enjoying myself during this challenge. So let's take a look at the games. Let's take a look how we did in those 20 matches in case you missed to watch a couple of games.
So let's take a look at previous results. Oh no, wrong. Where was it? Stats? I think it was stats. Ah, yeah, overall ranked match results from last 20 online matches. Let's drop down to the first teams. Where were we? And this is it, yeah, 20 teams are in the Premiership. Had a 1-1 draw. We had a heavy defeat from an acquaintance of mine. Another draw, so we had a win there. A loss with Brighton. A loss. A win. Yeah, I was 2-0 up in that match. Had some problems with my DSL line, so lost there. Then we notched a couple of wins, and then we lost against someone who I met in an offline tournament just last weekend. Good player at that. They made it to the finals in a 2v2 co-op, and me and my mate were in the third place. Yeah. So a draw, a win, a draw, a loss, draw, a loss. Some mixed results there, yeah. And finally a draw. It wasn't that bad, but I expected a couple of more wins because Premiership is by far the strongest league. So let's take a look at the stats. See how we stood when we look at the unbeaten and win ratio.
So you saw that I was nowhere near the targeted win ratio. Target is still at 45%, and we achieved a 25% win ratio, which is pretty pathetic when you take a look that the English division had by far stronger teams of the leagues in which we competed. Those were Belgium and Denmark, and I had better results in those leagues, even though there were less matches to be played, but the teams here were stronger, had better players. So it's gonna be an amazing journey, even though we probably won't achieve those targets, but it's gonna be what, some 300 teams. I think there are even more than 300 teams in PES, and I'd like to see at the end of this challenge how many teams, how many different teams have my opponents picked. I know it's up to chance and not entirely perfect view of the opposition choices, but it'll be pretty interesting to see how many of those teams were in top tier, like PSG, Manchester's, both of them, Real, Barca, etc., etc. So, third competition has been completed, and off to the English Championship. It's not going to be easy as in the Premiership because there are weaker teams there, but I think that there are stronger teams than in Denmark or Belgium. This is just a guess, but we're gonna try to pick up a pace because there are still 25 competitions to be played in this challenge, and we only have what, 8 months to do it. So we're gonna have to pick up the pace and start playing a bit more regularly. Yeah. So thank you for watching, and see you again in a couple of weeks. Yeah.